As we continue on our NBA theme here, the Lakers able to get a win against the Kings last night. Kobe Bryant missing his first game of the season. Remember, he's got that bad ankle. The Lakers are now only 2 games out of the 6th spot in the Western Conference. Which of the top 3 teams in the West do you give the Lakers the best chance to beat in the playoffs? Remember those teams we're talking about, the Spurs, OKC, and the Clippers. Antonio, we'll start with you.
You know, it's crazy to say, but I think they have a better chance against San Antonio. I think the Clippers, the OKC, they're too up and down. They're too athletic. They do too many things with their athleticism, with moving the ball, throwing lobs, and things like that. Where the Lakers aren't they're not very good. They're not very good in transition defense. They're half-court defense. When you talk about a Russell Westbrook going against a Steve Nash, you see all kind of problems defensively for them. Even though Dwight is blocking more shots, he's controlling the plane a little bit more. He's becoming a low-post threat. I just don't see it happening against those 2 teams. Now, San Antonio plays more of their style of basketball, which is slowing it down, playing a half-court game. So I think they have a better chance against San Antonio.
We can rule out the Thunder in this one, right?
Yeah,
let's just
don't even think about
the Thunder will be thrilled.
It'll be a sweep.
Right. I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go Clippers. Now, I understand what you're talking about, the athleticism there, but when I watch this Clippers team, I like them more at the beginning of the year. Talking about another team that had a huge streak that we no longer care about. But they aren't that great. It's that simple. They're really predictable, I think, in their half court. They become unbelievably reliant upon Chris Paul to just figure everything out in those half court sets. And defensively, I think they get into a ton of bad habits. They double team and they don't need to. They go for all sorts of ball fakes. I just don't think there's anything necessarily special about them. And we're talking Vinny Del Negro versus Greg Popovich, all right? So I like my chances against Del Negro more than Popovich. So I think it's the Clippers of the current 3 teams.
We're talking about Vinny Del Negro against Mike D'Antoni in this situation if it's the Lakers against the Clippers. And one of the reasons why I like the Clippers over the Lakers is because the Clippers not only want to win a playoff series, they want to be the Kings of L.A. They want to beat L.A. If they play in the first round, if any team they beat in the playoffs, it's got to be the L.A. Lakers. They've got to go further than them. Having said that, I don't think the Lakers could beat the Clippers. I don't think they have a chance against Oklahoma City, and I really don't think they got much of a chance against San Antonio, but
You really don't.
the question is who they have a better chance to beat, and I agree with you. I go with San Antonio only because of the reasons that you stated earlier, is that San Antonio, although they are athletic, they're not as old as many people think.
No.
They aren't as athletic as Oklahoma City with their point guards running up and down the court. Chris Paul running up and down the court. The athleticism of the Clippers and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. San Antonio will be more of a grinded out type of half-court offense. And I think with Pau Gasol, if he comes back and he's healthy, and we'll see what happens with Kobe Bryant as well, I think they will have a better chance to at least make it a series. Also, one thing you have to consider, Tony Parker. How healthy is he going to be when he finally does come back? He's out for a month with that injury. So how healthy and how effective will he be when he comes back as well?
Antonio, what does it mean for the Lakers right now that they're able to get a couple of wins with Kobe Bryant hobbled? Obviously, that one game he played, only played the first quarter, didn't play very well. The second one he missed. What does it mean for them?
Well, finally, they're getting a break. You know, throughout this whole time, they're finally facing a couple of teams where he can take a break. Where if he was going to sprain his ankle, this would be the best time to do it because they play Sacramento. They have another game that they can win. But I think the other thing that it does is it shows those other players have to step up. During the times when he was experimenting, he played Phoenix, really didn't take shots, made sure he got everybody else, the facilitator, which is crazy for the Black Mamba.
Right.
But I think it's showing those other guys that they have to contribute to this situation also. Guys like Antoine Jamison, he's going to be key. He's not only has to hit shot, he has to be the old slasher of getting to the basket, creating things for other people. Jody Meeks is going to have to step up and be more consistent defensively because Steve Nash, we can say whatever we want to say about Steve Nash offensively, but defensively, he's a liability.
Do you think this is a good thing for the Lakers right now to play these games, supposedly because Kobe's going to he's doubtful for tonight's game as well, just to see how well they can play without him so that they can step up when he does come back?
I think you're going to have to figure it out because in the playoffs, you're going to take some of what Kobe's doing away. Even if it comes down to the point where we're going to trap him and get the ball out of his hands, who else is going to make plays? Who else is going to hit big shots? I don't know right now, and that's what they're going to have to figure out. So take Kobe out of the equation. Can they be a team that can face one of those top 3 teams.
I think this is a good time for the Lakers without Kobe Bryant for everything that you just said, because you're seeing what kind of team they can
But it's
be.
irrelevant. It's irrelevant because as soon as Kobe comes back, then they go right back to being the other team, which I'm not saying I have a problem with, but it's a completely different offense with Nash and Howard becoming the main 2 components. So it's not like working things out and now, hey, let's do a little bit of this. You're going to go right back to what you were before.
Nash and Howard know they can get theirs. They're all-stars. They're going to be future Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Jody Meeks of the world, the Antoine Jameson.
Earl Clark.
They know they can get theirs, but their confidence is built. And so when they are called on, maybe in a playoff game or maybe in a situation where Kobe is in foul trouble or something like that, they know they can step up in those situations. So this is a good thing for the Lakers right now.
When we talk about the Lakers, we were talking about in our meeting before the show. You were saying at the time that seeding is so important for the Lakers. If they get the right seed, they can really do some things. So what's the best position for them?
Well, it's against, again, I just want to get you guys a record. You think you have a better chance against the Spurs than the Clippers?
Better chance.
Chance. We're just talking chances.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, there's
That's
not one guy
that's San Antonio. I get that. I get that. But I just feel like the athleticism has hurt them a little bit more. They have a better chance playing that half-court style of basketball.
And you know the Clippers want to win L.A. That is
great.
that is important for them. They want to advance in the playoffs, but they have got to beat the Lakers in the playoffs, in the regular season, if they want to be considered the kings of L.A.
This guy is not picking up what you're putting down.
He's not buying it.
Here's
I
the
know
deal.
we're selling it hard.
Not one person at this table actually thinks that we would pick the Lakers against any of these teams. And I'm still not really ready to give up the idea that Houston's going to be out of that 6th spot. Because Houston, has a few more home games than the Lakers will have the rest of the way.
I think the Lakers are in the best spot for them right now if everything stays the same, because once again, San Antonio is the #1 seed right now in the Western Conference. So maybe the AC, wherever it lines up, that they have to play San Antonio in the first round. That is the best spot for the Lakers. What's it going to mean? A first-round exit, but they have the best chance against San Antonio.
Wait, so what I'm hearing is you guys all think one and done for the Lakers in the playoffs.
Yes.
Dunzo.
Yes.
No chance.
I don't care. Oklahoma City, no chance.
Okay.
Clippers, a better chance. San Antonio, the best chance. I'll put it that way.
I'll
I'll roll with it.
All right. Well, Antonio, thanks for joining us talking about NBA hoops here.